Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, playing some Standard on the official CoolStuffInc.com YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to this channel, and when you shop on CoolStuffInc.com, use the promo code CGB5 to show that you enjoy my content and receive a free token. Some sweet details on that later in the video. For you, I am playing Sheoldred's Restoration. Yes, for you. Happy New Year. You're cool. I gotta play a cool deck for you. I'm playing an Esper Reanimator build that tries to get back big and awesome creatures with Sheoldred's Restoration. This is a 4-mana Reanimator spell that does make you pay life equal to the casting cost of what you reanimate, and that's sad. But if you get up to 7, you can kick it and you get that life back. The cool thing about this deck is a sweet sequence where maybe you throw something in the graveyard using Raffine's Informant or Raffine Scheming Seer or Kaito, and then you reanimate it on turn 4 and proceed to take over the game. Our fun reanimatable cards are 3 copies of Steel Seraph and 3 copies of Phyrexian Fleshgorger. These are wonderful because you can play them on the prototype side if you don't have the restoration draw, or you can get back the giant monsters on turn 4. And then the other is a Toxrill, the Corrosive. 1 copy of the Great Slug Horror, one of my favorite cards that never really seems to have a home, but it fits in very nicely into this deck. I also have 2 copies of Gix's Command to keep with the graveyard theme, as well as provide some sweepers if the opponent creates too many little critters and Toxrill is being shy. We have some fun Sheoldreds. Ertai is another fun card to reanimate because you can get multiple activations of Ertai's trigger. And Dennick is good support by protecting the cards in our graveyard from things like Graveyard Trespasser. This will be a really fun Esper deck to ring in the new year with. So without too much more explanation or blah blah blah, let's get into the games and show off exactly how it works. Let's dive in. Let the Esper Reanimator nonsense begin. All right, we're on the play with a hand that goes 2-drop into 3-drop into potentially 4-drop reanimation, so let's keep. Doesn't get much more exciting than that. Looks like we get the soldier treatment, recruitment officer, ideal turn 1. We have our ideal turn 2, Raffine's Informant, discard a Fleshgorger. Double fortified beachhead into Thalia means that our reanimation plan is going to take a while, but the opponent holds back on the attack. Let's see if we can make him regret that by dropping Raffine. Informant can get in there and get too big for Thalia as long as we don't discard a land. So, I think it's going to be the command. As good as that can be against soldiers right now, it's so expensive. All right, Dennick off the top. Still, they didn't get an attack in, and we're a little constrained with the go for the throw. I have to believe, though, that they plan to make more soldiers. So I don't know if this is an attack. This might be a land go situation and respond to what they do. Yep. Reinforcements. So now, if they play a creature that makes all of their soldiers better, we can go right for its throat. Once that resolves, I can't cast any spells. What a good play for them. Let's kill the Thalia. Sheoldred. So, we can get back the worm, or we can play the Sheoldred. We can't interact with our opponent anymore. We're going to need blockers that can take on the shield. Of course, a giant worm really helps. We could try to stall and get to use it when we can also gain the life. But I think we're at 19 now. I think we go for it. If they play a Brutal Cathar and then attack with everything, a Sheoldred can really help rebuild. Come on out, buddy. We go to 12. But let's keep the blockers back. A lot of bad things could happen here. Brutal Cathar, you gonna pay that life? Yeah, you are. Too scared not to. So if we draw any removal spell, things get a lot better. Oh, they're going in? Okay. Because there you can make this larger with the frontliner and get all those creatures. Well, we're still going to kill it. Good use of their frontliner there to trade the Raffine. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I did not deserve that. Okay, if they have a make disappear, it's so epic for them. You got it? Oh, wrecked. Oh my goodness. That's why Gix's command makes the list. Oh my goodness. All right, we are on the draw, but it's a good hand. We'll keep. Mono black, but they haven't cast anything yet, which means if I play this Dennick, they probably just kill it. But that's fine. We have a backup now. Dennick gets graveyard value. Nothing wrong with throwing it into a removal spell here. And we get their Infernal Grasp instead of a cut down, which is good. Infernal Grasp, one of the few things that still kills Steel Seraph out of their deck. So yeah, let's see if they've got anything for this. Yes, they do. 2 Infernal Grasps. Old school mono black. Most of them switched to go for the throat. Maybe our opponent had enough of the Seraph. Maybe they only run removal spells and nothing else. I'm trying to line it up so that Kaito can draw a card when we play him. Let's go ahead and bring out the Pious Apparition. Also makes sense to keep Kaito off the board because of Invoke Despair, which is happening right about now. Told ya. Raffine off the top. All right, see how they respond to 2 creatures. They turn on full control to think on my turn. That's try hard. In case they need more ropes, maybe. It is a thing you can do. I've seen it done in tournaments. I haven't seen it done in Platinum Arena Ladder. Best of 1. Okay, they had the answer to both with the Gix's command. Everything is going perfectly. Now what? Now what? We drew the Restoration, which is a pretty good draw, and can get back a very large Seraph, but if they have another Invoke Despair, that's very bad for us. So I'm tempted here to just play Dennick. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're very close to just top decking the land so we can gain the life from getting the Angel back. Now they have cut down. So far, the impression we get is that their deck is only removal. I mean, are you kidding? Oh, they play with Underdog. Okay. Well, we finally got something to shoot. They'll get to draw a card, though. And it's 14 to 14. There's the land. Kick it. Bring back the Seraph. Gain 6 life. Test them for yet another Infernal Grasp or Invoke Despair. You can definitely drown out this deck in card advantage, though. We don't have as much card advantage as the typical Esper deck. We need to draw like Gix's command to get raw card advantage, and that requires creatures in our graveyard that we want to get back as well. We have 2-for-1 them with our Dennicks a few times, but it doesn't seem to matter. Oh ho ho! I see. We're gonna have one of these games. And look at the draw we got. All right. This thing has 5 toughness, right? Yeah. So we'll go... Does it have menace? It does. But if I have both out, Maybe Vigilance is worth it? Yeah, at 9, they are afraid to go after my Fleshgorger, I think. You want to pay 2 life for that underdog? They can gain it right back on the attack, of course. Are you kidding? Are you kidding right now? Oh my god, their draws are insane. All right. Well, that turns everything over. All right, my turn to draw Gix's command, right? That would be fair. Raffine. I guess we just try to rip it. So right now they're threatening to attack for 12. Do I have to... I guess Vigilance on this does let it block the Fleshgorger. No, it doesn't. Menace. I guess Raffine and this can double block that Fleshgorger. Vigilance, then. Restoration. But we have to pay so much life for it. We have to pay 7. Discard Kaito to cast a Restoration where we pay 7 to get our own Fleshgorger. They attack with 2 double menaces. We block 1. And we gain back 7. We take 6. Ugh. It's so bad. But it's probably better than Kaito, which leaves us in a very precarious spot. All right. Gutsy plays for gutsy days. They're down to 1 card. How good could it be? It could be Invoke Despair, in which case the game is over and there's nothing to think about, but they're thinking anyway. So, yeah, probably not Invoke Despair. If they can kill the worm, this is easy. If they can't, this is hard. All right. So I'm going to block it with 10 total toughness here. If they had a removal spell at all, this game would already be over. Because all they have to do is kill the worm. They kill the Seraph, they lose their Gorger, I gain my 7, they gain their 7. Let's go. Trespasser. Ugh, I was having fun. My graveyard. With both my Dennicks dead. Tragedy. 10 to 22. Another one? Another one? Another one. Another one. All right, we have to find something to discard, or they have to kill this worm. Let's go. We have the bigger worm in this particular case. Yeah, of course they're going to hold their removal to the last possible second. Of course they have another Doomblade style effect. All right, I'll attack them with the Gorger and see what they do. I would much rather get this Gorger back. I would much rather they trade for this Gorger. Oh, they're gonna do it. I probably wouldn't in their spot, just because I'd be afraid of a removal spell, but here we are. All right, now if they draw the removal spell, they've got this. Because we are down to our last Phyrexian Fleshgorger. If they want to use that underdog, it costs them 2 life and they give me 7. But they know that cards matter, so here we go. Oh, they're not attacking. Yeah, that makes sense. And off the top. Off the top. Let's go. 31-16. We're doing it. 2 cards. Swamp. Underdog. 14. 2 attacks now. They're digging. Their all removal deck has to draw removal, right? If I get this hit in, though, they can't target this anymore. Go for the Informant first. Might draw a Raffine. We draw a Gix's Command. Now that's what I'm talking about. Just going to use it now. Two Raffines back in hand. That makes sense. All right. They can't target this Gorger anymore. An Invoke Despair won't save them because we have the Informant to sacrifice. And they don't have it. Eventually, the deck that is just a bunch of removal spells starts drawing lands instead of removal spells, and you can get them. We are on the draw, we have our colors, and we have a curve, so we keep. Get blue ready for turn 2 with the Dennick by playing the tapped Marsh here, and it looks like blue on blue. This this mono blue tempo deck is very good when it goes first. If they counter your first 2 or 3 spells, then play a Jhin, it's tough. It looks like they don't have a counter for Dennick, though. Dennick, though, not a very threatening card for them. Eventually, the Jhin just makes it look bad. They have 2 Raffines, so I'm going to try for one of them here. It's going to get countered. I'm going to play the Mire, just to keep the pain from adding up too quickly. It doesn't get countered? Okay. Well, we can bet that they'll probably have a Jhin with protection next turn. Okay, they Fading Hope the Dennick. They keep on top. No Jhin. Okay. Opponent is a bizarre... the choices they make playing the deck have seemed pretty bizarre so far. Anyway, mana open. Raffine attacks. So we have double Ertai here. And the opponent eventually has to deal with the Raffine. I think I'll discard one of these, since they don't get it off the battlefield easily. I think we say go here, and then we try to interact with the Jhin on their turn, and then again on our turn. They have a card draw effect that's really good for them. Too bad. We could try to fight over it, but I think it's more important to fight the Jhin. Like, the Jhin's gotta go. 2 Fading Hopes in the bin against an active Raffine is interesting. And here comes the Jhin, here comes the Ertai. They only have 1 mana. They didn't play a land. So this getting countered should work. Nice. Okay, they have the 5/5. The 5/5 is a pain, but we can attack through it with Ertai here. We can also play the Seraph because they're tapped out, give this flying, or start using a lifelink. Either way, we're in a great position. Yeah, we'll go airborne, flying. And we'll put counters where? If we put them on the Raffine, it keeps attacking through a haughty Jhin much easier. That's a weird time to draw all this land. Let's discard the Toxrill. It will probably never resolve. Let's discard the Informant. It's generically weak compared to the rest of the board right now. And let's play the Dennick. Yeah, they're in a tough spot now, and we're not blocking. We are going to be the aggressors. They pass. All right. Ertai's going to have to be support here. We're definitely going to try to attack with everything. They might play Make Disappear, so let's have one more land to back up Ertai. Let's go to combat. We already have lifelink here. We don't need flying. Let's try to go for lifelink on the Seraph, because I think what they want to do is target the Raffine. Or no, let's go on the Ertai, because if they bounce the Ertai, awesome. They already discarded 2 Fading Hopes, so I don't think they will. Yep, here comes the target for Raffine. It's going to be slip out the back. Let's make them pay the 1. I think we just let this happen. Like, this doesn't help them that much. They need more than that. Right now, their 5 damage is not outpacing our 5 life. Down to 3, pass. Got him. Yeah, too many things resolved early. Like, you've got to push for those early counter spells. You really need them with that deck. We also saw them discard 2 Fading Hopes, which was weird. It's one of the only ways for this deck to catch up when the board is already getting too big for them. So, weird battle with mono blue, but we got the W. On the play, hand seems pretty good. We'll keep it. Don't have a play until turn 3, but you can get away with that when you go first. Much harder to get away with when you go second. I want them to think I have a Make Disappear, so when they put something on the stack, I'll bluff. Okay. No bluff necessary. It looks like they might have a counter spell, but we've got 2 of these Raffines and a Sheoldred's Restoration, so let's go for it. That resolved. Faithful Mending. If they're also on an Invoke Justice strategy, their reanimation jutsu is better than mine. And why we don't run Invoke Justice in here is because I didn't think the mana would quite work, but looking at things right here, I could definitely cast that card instead of Restoration. But Restoration is also potentially a turn faster. I think I'd go for the Sheoldred. Or I could try to restore the Fleshgorger right now. I guess I can go for that. It is what the deck came here to do. Why not? Boo! 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 Bankbuster. Okay, so they're more of a control deck than I thought. I thought they were going to turn out to be a reanimation deck. They have to do something about Raffine at some point, though. I think we'll try for a Kaito this turn. A little value to keep up with their Bankbuster. Nice.
Hope you're ready for some mind games.
Found a Seraph. Cool. Now, hopefully they don't kill the Raffine, because we are in a spot where Kaito's relying on it, but we can always make a ninja. They're having a tough turn. These decisions are hard. What's it gonna be, opponent? Nothing. Probably a removal spell on Raffine, but let's... Do we make that happen? Or do we go for this Seraph? Could also go for Sheoldred. And with the Bankbuster out and with Faithful Mending, Sheoldred's pretty good. So I think what we do is attack with the Raffine, they remove it, then we play Sheoldred. At least that's the way I thought it would happen. It could still do it here. Okay. I guess this other Kaito can go. They're still taking 4. Wandering Emperor, perhaps. Some kind of counter spell here. Keep trying to think of what they're going to do, and I'm not sure. Normally I would want to draw with the Sheoldred on the field, but since I really don't know what they're up to, I'm going to try drawing now. Might change my play. Toxrill. Something we can try to resolve next turn. Just trying to figure out if they run Make Disappear, and, you know, I saw a negate, so maybe not. Let's go for the Sheoldred, I guess. They still could be on Wandering Emperor or Raffine. They draw now. They mend now. Okay. Could be a farewell on the way. I'm going to set up for the Toxrill next turn, which I don't know, man. Is Toxrill going to do anything? We'll see. But they've got all these cards. They've got to be able to solve this situation somehow. Okay, they are a Jeskai like Reanimator deck. Yeah. Okay, they just play like I never see that deck with negate. Like counter spells in this build? Are you crazy? How does one get away with that? But there it is. It's gonna work out for him. I do not have an easy way to get rid of that portal. I mean, I'm in a world of hurt. But I guess we'll get Toxrill on the board and make a ninja. And they'll go steal Sheoldred, I guess. They might also get the Fleshgorger. Fleshgorger would be immune to go for the throat. But it would shrink pretty fast to the Toxrill. They probably have a way to kill the Toxrill, right? They're obviously like a control deck with a tiny bit of reanimation sprinkled. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Yeah, I'm so confused by this one copy of Negate. Like my head is still just spinning. I mean, they are roping it up. They're gonna crew a Bankbuster and attack. So they have what? Brotherhood's End? So weird. So if I block here, they can deal 3 damage to everything, then they're good, right? Like this is no mistake. It's no mistake. So we have to play as if what they have is Brotherhood's End and we can play around it. Nice. Backup Sheoldred. They have all this open mana potentially for a Wandering Emperor, but they didn't use the Wandering Emperor the turn that we had the Raffine. So I think there's a chance they don't have a Wandering Emperor here, but am I willing to take that chance? I can give it Vigilance, right? And that's probably the play. So I'm going to prototype this. I'm going to try to prototype this. Okay. Don't think I play the Raffine just yet. I mean, they're falling down to 6. I mean, they have the portal, which is great. Do I keep the Sheoldred? Go for the throat open. I think I do. Do I make another 1/1? I think the opponent's going to use Brotherhood's End, so I don't think I should. I think Brotherhood's End is what is in their hand.
Now, what do we have?
I could play a Dennick, but it will probably die. But target. Yeah. Maybe it throws them off. Just a Whittle 5/3. Okay, they're digging. Yeah, their Reanimator strategy might have to kill the Dennick. If they have a Brotherhood's End, they can, but they miss out on a portal. Wish I could have got a counter on this somehow. And I don't mean of this variety. I really hope they can't reanimate another portal, though. If they discard a portal here, they could just cast one, too. Hold on to your butts. One with the multiverse, yep. Okay. Just keep going. They've drawn 3 Faithful Mendings. Very good card against slower decks. Not terrible against aggro, either. Either way, this is going to be a full-length video. This is going to complete the video for sure, because they've used every second of every turn. They discarded another negate. How many negates? And Revelry? Wow. How many of these things can you run? All right, they get no trigger from the portal because of the Dennick. Here comes Brotherhood's End. I think so. I think they can do that and reanimate something. Wait, no they can't. Not with the Power Stone. Yep. I get a slug.
See, I'm trying to help.
They can get back one with the multiverse. Gross. Let's see what that gets them. I need another Sheoldred's Restoration for the Dennick. 5 damage. Oh, come on, man. All right, let's draw. That's not a way to get back the Dennick. I'm not that lucky. I think this game's over. Double one with the multiverse. Here it comes, the true pop-off. They're fishing in the graveyard again. That's always bad. Okay, they remove the counter. That's another 2. But that's a lot more than I can deal with. They chose to play it for free, even though they have all this mana. Usually you want to save your free spell so you can get deep, but... I mean, I guess it doesn't get much better than 6 mana for free. How do I make them draw 3 cards? How do I make them draw 3 cards? That's 1. That is 1. How many negates do you play? We crew? Sure. Back to nice big stats. I can just block this here, this here. 6, 4. We need them to draw a card. That's what we need. If I throw away the Raffine, we get a draw, but does that matter? Don't know if that matters. What are they going to get back? Their own Sheoldred, probably. Definitely worried about life. I don't think I have a way to push anything through here, though. Man, I don't know. I think I just have to hope they draw. If I hit another go for the throat, how good is that? Not that good. Okay. Come on, just draw a card. Just draw 1 card. Yeah, take the Dennick. Take the Dennick. No more targeting graveyards, right? I mean, I guess they know about my restorations. Because we did draw 1 of them once. The Seraph. Seraph. Okay. Maybe this will inspire them. Maybe this will inspire them to draw a card with their Warden. Maybe. Come on, go to 2. Portal. Portal. That will kill the Sheoldred. We can't be doing that, right? That's how we lose. But I guess we lose anyway. I mean, we knew. We knew. I don't know what your nice is. You've roped me the whole game and you've had everything. Don't be an ass. All right. Gotta do this. Then hope they goof up. All right, they're gonna gain life now. Get me the hell out of here. That was an interesting game, but this is one of the most infuriating people I've ever met. Oh well. We were close. It would have been really funny if we had somehow pulled off that Sheoldred thing. Phyrexia's power continues to grow as it prepares to take over the multiverse and make everything one. All pre-orders for Phyrexia All Will Be One products will sweeten the deal with an all-new exclusive CGB Dragon token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a CGB token for free. Get your pre-orders in and become complete with Phyrexia All Will Be One. CoolStuffInc.com, cool stuff in stock.